Hooray, every time I adjust the volume, all of you are probably hearing that. This may amaze you, but this is being streamed from a computer. Hello, Evil's Death Azul. Hope you're having a nice evening. This is most certainly what all of you are subscribed for. I know, I have been reading your minds. I have been practicing, clairvoyancy. And I've heard it. I've heard all of you screaming it silently in your minds that you have wanted me to play golf on the NES. And so this stream will finally answer those desires. It's sure to be great. No, this is a very, very comfy, laid-back stream of golf. In fact, the rules of golf prohibit us from, getting too excited. And, we gotta be quiet, calm, relaxed in order to play golf. And we shall do so in just a moment. I predict you will be recording another part of Yakuza 0 Let's Play that you are currently working on. But yes, this is golf for the NES, created in part by Miyamoto, Koji Kondo, and Iwata. So, all the big Nintendo names worked really hard on this 1984 production. I don't know what Koji Kondo did. This game has no music. He got paid millions of dollars to put a couple of sound effects in, but whatever pays the bills. It's amazing to think back in the day, this would have been a big production, and now it's some guy in 3 hours could probably make this game. Did I get it? Evil's Death Azul? Haha. See, I told you. I can see the future. I can also see that tonight we will golf a good game. So my goal is to, at the very least, try and beat the high score there that you see on the title screen. The par for the 18 holes is 72 strokes, which is pretty typical for any professional golf course, or any golf course probably, really. But if I can beat the high score, I'll be happy. But of course, the ultimate goal is to golf at 72 points or less. Lower is, of course, better in golf. The 80s were a simpler time, and you know what? Sometimes I'm they don't need to spend 3 years creating a game where you can see every wrinkle and crevice in the main character's face. It's just make some fun games. I feel like gaming's going in the wrong direction, where it's too worried about being a movie and not just about being fun. Which is why I don't mind coming back to the classics and just having a good time every now and then. Hello, good evening, the Jade Wizard. Good evening, Diego. Does anyone remember the game where you are a ninja playing golf and you have to fight to get the ball? Interesting, but anyway, let us actually jump in here. So the basic rules of golf are you have a club and you hit the ball and you want to get it into the hole in as few strokes as possible. The one wood club hits it the farthest. And then as you approach, you kind of want to start leveling down. So you do the 3 wood now. And then you go into the bunker. So when you go into the bunker, it's not so good. It's harder to hit your ball out of the sand. But that's what the sand wedge is for. Got it right here. And that should, I think, get us on to the... No, we're not on the green in front of the hole there. So probably going to have to do an extra one there. Then once you get to the putting area, the view changes like this. And like that. We got a bogey, which means 1 over par. So, again, the goal is to try and golf under 100. Although if we can golf a game at par, I'll be pretty happy. Like, you won't enjoy Yakuza until you can see every pore on his face, right? Like, that's what gaming's all about these days, is seeing those wrinkles. Forget the gameplay, forget the story. Christian, good evening! Fun games, not movie games? That's what indie games are for. It does seem to be the way lately, doesn't it? I find I'm less and less worried about what the AAA studios are putting out. Okay, so you can only do it like at one of these two angles. The angles are kind of, set. And neither of these look ideal-ish. The wind is actually blowing to the right, so this might be a decent one. And we have the instruction manual here, which if we refer to it, it actually tells you at like full power how far each of the different clubs will hit the ball. So a full power one wood shot will go 262 feet. Unfortunately, this game does not tell you how far away you still are from the hole. It just tells you how the distance to the hole in general. Where I've done, Bondi Pebble Beach Challenge. I've golfed a game at par in that, and it's really helpful to know just how far you still are from the hole, because then it really helps you figure out which club you should use. In this case, though, you just kind of gotta wing it. So you could get like a ruler out or something and try and figure it out. Like a 3-wood full power is 240 feet. I'm feeling like that's too far. Definitely don't need 240 feet. That's like just under, or maybe just over half of what we just did. So we need something that goes like, 150-ish probably. Looks like 8 iron might be good. We're in the experimental phase here. We're learning how to play some golf. Like, see? Okay, that wasn't quite far enough. Not quite far enough. And that was too far. And that was... So, unfortunately, in golf, you can do, like, a lot of this back and forth stuff. Where it's like, okay, I'm on one side of the thing and then not. And we can change the putter here. We can probably get, like, onto the putting green. And it took us all the way into the bunker. But that's what you got to do in golf. I guess, like, I've always wondered how the professionals know. It's like, how do they know exactly what they should do in this situation? And then it just must be because they play a course long enough and research it long enough that they just figure out what you should do from what point in the hole. And that makes a lot of sense. He was not expecting me to stream tonight. I was going to be playing golf anyway, and I said, you know what? There is maybe someone out there who needs help falling asleep, and I will do that with NES Golf. This game has not come to Nintendo Switch Online yet. Very suspicious. Well, there is the Easter egg, or at least at one point there was the Easter egg in the Nintendo Switch, where on Iwata's birthday, if you, like, swung the Wii remotes in a golfing motion on the home menu, it would let you play golf. I think I heard that they took that out in an update because Nintendo is no fun, but someone can correct me if I'm wrong about that. And I believe that's July 11th was the day that worked on Iwata's birthday. While Luigi gets double bogey, has heart attack, but a fake one. Alright, so let's try this hole one more time. I'm gonna press the reset button here, because we are playing this on the real deal NES. As it was just pointed out, this isn't on Nintendo Switch Online, possibly because of the Easter egg I just mentioned? Although, again, I could swear I heard that they took that out. You're in the middle of a writing session. Well, hopefully this is... You can't even call it background music, because there's literally no music. It'd be nice if there was like an arrow or something showing you where you can hit it with each of the clubs. Like, how is that out of bounds? It's just like a little bit into the trees. Call shenanigans on that one. It should be noted that, like, the NES is not actually anywhere near me. I'm using a stick to hit the reset button. The ultimate lazy thing you can do, except it's not technically lazy, because if you saw my setup here, I've kind of got the microphone in front of me. There's, like, a cord going across to the laptop. I got a thing that my feet are up on. It would be like a 30 to 60-second ordeal to try and reset the console from here if I was to get up and do it. So we're doing it the stick way. Like, look at that. Look at that. That's not what we want to see. I did it the first time. Hello, Dylan. Not going too bad, thanks. How are you? Again, this is just hopefully a nice stream this evening. Why? Like, I wasn't going into the bunker before. But now that ball just has a mind of its own, I guess. Now you gotta use the sandwich to get that out. You've never heard about that Easter egg? I remember it was a big deal when the Switch first came out. It was, I think that's like back when it was from. But then I could swear that I heard like how was that? That is not out of bounds. That was not out of bounds. Like, yeah. So I guess the wind is random like every time, right? Like this time it's down into the left. If you reset, now it's really to the left. Oh, now it's just perfectly north. Like, just keep resetting until you get the RNG you like, I guess. And it's still gonna go into the bunker. Wow. You have school tomorrow, but you don't care you'll watch? So this is the stream that's supposed to help you, you know, get that sleep you need. You know, there's no music to, you know, keep you awake or anything like that. It's just a very laid-back stream. I hope that everyone, you know, has some fun with. Like, again, we're trying to figure out how to exactly measure these things. I could get up and, you know, use a tape measure or something. We did complete this hole a few minutes ago. So I'm not sure why it's giving me trouble now. And now the wind's to the right. Hey, that sounds good to me. Now we won't go in that bunker. And then I think what I did last time was I got the 3 wood out and about there or something. And oh god, it's going to the right. Like, that's not out of bounds. I call so many shenanigans on that. Anyway, we'll try and golf like a full game, and then we'll worry about semantics. Oh my goodness. Just call me Tiger Woods. Alright, double bogey. I think we did par our first try, and now we're at double bogey. We're getting better already. Your dog's joining once again. Excellent. Oh my gosh, it's the NES, says Jack. Hello. Like 95% of what I play is on the NES. So if you like the NES, you're gonna like this channel. If you don't like the NES, if you're looking for like Xbox One content, I'm sorry, this is not the channel that you want to be tuned into. But NES content and like other Nintendo stuff. Whoa, now see, there's my Tiger Woods skills coming out. Try for birdie here. If we get this in, we are under par. So those arrows on the green mean that like it's sloping that way. So you got to imagine that and do a thing like this. Oh, I did not hit it that hard that it would go to like the next state. Oh my goodness. Mario, learn to golf. Learn to golf. I think it's Mario anyway. I think like it was thought to be Mario, and then there was like a time when people thought it wasn't Mario. And now I think it is back to being Mario again. Alright, we're +3. Hello, CoolFX Pro YTP. Happy Gilmore 2.0. Where are the groundhogs? That's what we want to know. It's not Mario. It's like Osan or something. But like, I thought one time, I think there was like a Nintendo thing that said it was Mario one time. But then it wasn't. But okay. So alright, hole number 3 we're at now. 215 yards. Again, referring to the instruction manual, a full 1 wood shot goes about 262. 4 wood goes about 230. I feel like that's got to be good. Look at that. Look at that. He's giving my green jacket now. That last time I didn't hit it that hard and it went into the parking lot. This time I'm like, alright, I'm going to do it very gently. And it goes like 2 inches. Alright, +3 going into hole 4 here. So you want to get... So the way it works... I just assume people have played 8-bit golf before. I mean... Golf works very similarly. Many golf games work very similarly to this. And I was reading that this is actually like the golf game that standardized having a bar at the bottom that you press A to... Here, this is how it works. As you press A, the arrow goes to the left. You press A again, and wherever the arrow stops is how strong your swing is going to be. And then when the arrow comes back, you want to press it when it's in the middle of like that little white spot on the bar, and that will determine how straight the ball goes. So you can do a thing like this. So we want like slightly strong, and then a thing like that. And that was not the club we should have used in this situation, I suppose. Okay, so 4 wood was too strong. And then you get to the irons, which are a little weaker than the woods. So let's try like this guy, for example. And that was almost still too strong. So hopefully I remember all this when we go through the things again. If you're close enough to the green, you can kind of do a putt. And from what I've also experimented with, there's that little arrow that it's showing on the map right now. It's like the direction you're shooting the ball. If you do like a really small 9-iron, it goes about that distance. Could have even done a little better than that. So that's a tactic in our suitcase there. We gotta remember. So again, putting sucks because it's like, you don't want to do too hard. Was that on par? It might have been actually. No, probably not. +6. Okay. Judging by the weight, it's Wario. There you go. Wario's first true appearance. All those things you heard about Super Mario Land 2 were a lie. But the judge in Tennis and Punch-Out for the NES is Mario. That's like... You always hear that story where like they used to try and put Mario in every game or something like that, which is why you would assume this is Mario. But... You know what? I'm not overly concerned who it is. I'm more concerned if they can golf a good game. So I did about half the thing there. So should we use the 1 wood again? Like I'll do like a thing like that. Not too far. Come on down. Ooh, that's not out of bounds. There's no way that's out of bounds. I gotta keep my voice down. Remember, it's golf. Where is the ball? Oh, I gotta do that again. Iwata, do you even know how to golf? Or you'll program a golf? No, this is great. I'm really enjoying this. And don't forget, Iwata's the guy who Game Freak was like, oh my god, Pokemon Gold and Silver doesn't even work. And then Iwata's just like cracked his knuckles. He's like, move aside. And he pushed them over. He got it all working, and he condensed the game down so much that they then had room to put the Kanto region in as well. That is the story I've heard, and if it's a lie, then I have been lied to. But that's what I've heard, apparently, is that, if you know anything about how the classic Pokemon games are put together, I mean, even the modern ones, honestly, Game Freak isn't the best when it comes to programming. It looks great, but if you look beneath the hood, there is so much stuff duct taped and, like, stapled together, it's ridiculous, so... From what I heard, for Gold and Silver, Iwata kind of swooped in, fixed it all up, and then condensed the code so much that they could fit a whole other region in there. So yeah, he was legendary. Nintendo just hasn't been the same without him. Okay, well, I didn't go in the water, for what that's worth. Do a thing like this. Oh, Dylan, thank you for sharing my channel around. Show them the new Pokemon video that I released. I was really happy with how that turned out. Hopefully, you know, everyone enjoyed that. It was a really silly video, but what else do you expect? Whoa. Like I said, Tiger Woods prodigy here. Alright, let's actually putt well this time. Like, I'm gonna go to where the U is. That's the nice thing, is that you can kind of use the words at the bottom as a baseline for how far along the bar you are. So I'm gonna go to the U. Oh! Should have gone, like, a little farther, I guess. But okay, one little tap. And bogey. I can always bogey. Oh, the Pokemon video is great. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I never look at where the wind's blowing. You're probably... That's not out of bounds. It's literally like 1 pixel on top of a tree. I don't get it. The wind's blowing to the right. It should have, like, pushed it way over. Like, okay, that one's not out of bounds for some reason. Thankfully. So, do we do 1 wood again, or should we try, like, 3 wood this time? 3 wood seemed to be okay. I'm gonna do, like, 8 iron this time. Like, you just, as you play, you get, like, a feel. Like, look at that. You know, for which club you should be using at what time. It really makes you feel professional when you're like, aha, I made that decision. And then you do something stupid like that. And it's like, wow, just take me to mini putt now. But okay, we're on hole 8. We're plus 11. And I think in order to make the high score list, we need to be under plus 28 it was. So, can we even achieve that? We'll see. What angle do we want here? Because obviously in this game, if you like touch a tree, actually you can go through the middle here. There's like a clearing maybe we can land in. But yeah, don't even think of like your ball touching a tree by 1 pixel. Like that. Like that's out of bounds somehow. All because I actually hit the ball well. Like with a slightly less power. That arrow is perfectly in the flashing part. Look at that. Alright, now how much farther do you think? The course was 494 yards. So we're probably looking at like a 4 here. Would be good. And out of bounds. Is anyone surprised? There you go. And it rolls all the way down. Shoot. It rolls so far that it takes you out of the putting mode and like into this mode. And then I don't get how you can putt so hard there that it goes out the other end. Alright. If I miss this one, I'm ending the stream. There we go. The 90s gaming guy was Pearl Jammer 07. Changed your YouTube name. Hello, welcome. And thanks everyone who's joining. Most people are probably just intrigued. They're like, I've never seen NES Golf before. I've heard of it. But how many people have actually played it? Probably not too many. Oh, that's a perfect hit. Perfect. Whoa, we might get like our first birdie. Whoa. Okay, we're getting this. We are getting this. There you go. So remember, Koji Kondo composed for this game. What he composed, I don't know. I guess, you know, those 3 beeps right there, it's like, mwah. You know, put that on the CD of, like, your greatest hits. It was so good. The Return of Happy Gilmore. There you go. You really enjoyed the Simpsons clips in my videos. There were so many parts where I was making that Pokemon video. I'm like, okay, a Simpsons clip has to go here. It's probably not going to be like a normal thing, but I love classic Simpsons, and it was just too tempting to not use some Simpsons clips in those cases. Okay, so on the other side of the thing here. Oh, I was trying to do a really short hit, and it was just a little bit too short. Like, it's one of those situations where I'm like a pixel away. I don't want to just nail it so it goes into like the next... This is sending my stroke like way up. Like, okay. Well, now we know. Now we know that, you know, we can be a little more forceful with the sand wedge and don't need to worry too much. But okay. We're plus 20 now on hole 11. RNG's not on my side? No, it's probably more just I need to learn the game a little bit better. In this case, the hole is 220 yards away on like a little island. And referring to the manual again, I think it's like 246 yards. No, 262 yards is a full 1 wood. Maybe we should go to the 3 wood then and see what we get. Water hazard. Oh, that was a great hit too. I mean, it puts you right here, so I can't complain too much. Okay. Oh. I appreciate the 90s gaming guy that I can make NES golf look fun. There's a lot of people who would probably pick up this game, they'd be like, this is the worst game I've ever played, but you know, I am enjoying myself here too, so thank you everyone who's joining, and for those who are just tuned in to, you know, give you something to listen to while you fall asleep, thank you for sticking around as well. Alright, how far do you think we are now? Can we cut across the, you know, the black void, do you think? I don't know if we should try, but we're gonna try anyway. Whoa! There we go. Try for another birdie. Could you believe it? We're plus 21, but... You know... Every bit helps. Didn't this game pave the way for Mario Golf games? This game paved the way for, like, almost every golf game ever. In terms of, you know, the general mechanic of having, like, this bar at the bottom. I've read that it was, like, the first golf game to feature that, so... You know, if you've ever thought that your console has too many golf games on it, you can blame NES/Famicom Golf. Where do we want to go, even? Yeah, it wasn't gonna happen. Come on, please put me on the green closer to the hole or something. Oh no, it brings me all the way back here. Like, how am I supposed to know how far I should go? Like, that was luck, I guess, but also some skill maybe. A little tiny bit of skill mixed in. Like, you never really have to change clubs if you just, you know, don't shoot at full power. But alright, we're close enough now we can just putt. And then we're gonna have to putt one more time. We're putting uphill, so we really gotta use some power probably. Ugh, I can't get that, like, right on. Hey! There you go. You're guessing there was a game for the golf game for the PC before this? Yeah, I mean, there was probably golf games for things before this, but in terms of, like, setting the standard for how golf games work, like, if you play other NES golf games, they all have the same mechanics as this. Or if you play golf games on other consoles after this, they all have, like, that bar with the arrow. So this game kind of standardized that. You remember renting a Chromebook. There you go. Yeah, that's it, Christian. We're just checking it out and hoping to beat it. At this rate, we're lucky if we make the high score list, but you know, we'll keep it up. We'll keep it up. I will have a video coming out soon where things will make a lot of sense, hopefully. Unless I just ramble on like I usually do, then nothing will make sense. But hopefully it will be fun regardless. Wow, look at that. Alright. We're on hole 15. We're plus 23. Back in the day, it was amazing that the bird's eye view matched up with the third-person view when trees and other stuff loaded up in the background. Like, yeah, you can turn left and right. Like, as the arrow moves, it doesn't really work right now because we're facing the lake. Okay, but if we turn around far enough, you can shoot backwards for some reason. Why you would ever do that? But yeah, it shows, like, the trees. Like, yeah, it's really neat. Okay, so how should we shoot this one? Well, first of all, we don't want to use the putter. Not quite far enough. Okay, well, it takes us to there anyway. Okay, so do I try and go clear across the water, or do I do like a north thing and then a right thing? I feel like that's the safer move, to do a thing like this. I probably could have just gone clear across the water, honestly. Okay. That totally looked like it should have been in. Look at that. Look at that. Okay. Double bogey. I didn't think I did that bad on it. It seems like one of those games where you throw the controller, but you throw it the wrong way, and then the console gets pulled with the controller. So, one thing about the NES is that, yeah, it's one of those consoles I think we all have memories of, like, yanking the controller at one point, and then it goes flying, and then because it's really finicky, your game gets glitched, and you gotta start all over again. So, even though the console's probably only, 6 feet away from me, I have a 6-foot controller extension cord attached. So the cord's like super long, but I don't have to risk accidentally yanking the console off the counter, so it's worth it. Yeah, Christian, I've just been enjoying the other approach, I guess, more focused on clips and such. I'll probably be in front of the camera again soon. But going forward, I probably won't prioritize videos like that all that much. We'll see. What? Am I in a bunker? No, I'm not. So why did I just... I'm not in the bunker, though. It clearly shows the ball is not in the bunk... Okay, well, now it's in the bunker. But yeah, my NES controller looks like from the Atari 5200 episode of the AVGN, where he has that really big extension cord just to plug in, like, a little bit of extra thing. Wait, how can I shoot forward and end up in the water? Now I'm over there somehow? Okay, well, this game was going somewhat well, and now it's all down the drain. Oh, we were shooting uphill, so I guess we need to give it a little bit more power there. There we go. It was like 12 shots. We went from like 25 over par to 33. You just found out that NES Golf is hidden in every Switch system. So, yes, I had heard about that Easter egg like way back, and I could swear I heard that it was taken out because Nintendo hates fun. But if someone can like confirm that it's still in the Switch, I think it's July 11th, Iwata's birthday. It used to work on, or maybe it still works on. But yeah. Okay, this one going over the trees probably doesn't work. But what angle do I need to go to the left? Something like this or this? We'll try this one. It probably won't work. This game's kind of a throwaway anyway. Whoa, okay, it actually worked. There you go. The formula usually goes like use 1 wood and then use 3 wood to get to the flag. And that's usually pretty good. So even if like you're not getting your ruler out and measuring, it's a general rule that seems to work. To get pretty close to where you want to go. And then just like that. Golfing at par. This is the last hole. Unfortunately, our score's already 100, so we can't make the high scores. But, you know, this was a learning experience, I suppose. Okay, I guess that angle wasn't good. And it's interesting that the last hole of golf courses tends to be like a par of 5. Even though they're usually not that difficult of holes. I guess it's just like one last chance to get a better score, right? Okay, now what do we want here? 3 wood or 1 wood? I'm going to do 1. Hey! Not bad. Not bad. We somehow got that hole at par. See, I sucked at it, but, you know, they give you enough of a buffer there. Score of 105 plus 33 on our first run through NES Golf. But, you know, the hope is that you take what you learned and you improve. Top score is plus 28, so that's my goal tonight, is to beat that at the very least. And the closer that we actually get to, you know, golf on a game at par, the better. But I think if we can beat that, you know, top score there. Well, obviously, if that's the best that the programmers could do, you know, it can't be too bad. You missed the wave I did at the beginning of every video. Aw, you know, I see. I get that. But don't worry, I think there will be a video soon where you will see me on camera again, so thank you for letting me know that. Oh, well, thank you. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you know, Donkey Kong Country 2 is great. Introduce it to everybody. Even your cat can probably play Donkey Kong Country 2. There's a lot of dunking on Donkey Kong Country 3, and when... It's funny because the first Let's Play I did on my channel was Donkey Kong Country 3, and I hadn't played it in quite a while, so I'm like, alright, I really want to play DKC 3 again. I have all these awesome memories of it, and you know, there's always these parts of me that were like, it had so many things that none of the other ones had. It was just so cool. It might even be my favorite in the series. And then I Let's Played it, and then I Let's Played 2 right after, and it's like, okay, yeah, so 2 is definitely still the better game in the series, but I really like 3. A lot of people give like the when they talk about 3. And when you play it after 2, or like, you know, right beside 2, I definitely get why people do that, but I think Donkey Kong Country 3 deserves more love than it gets. It's funny, I went backwards from face reveal to just showing my hands. Yeah, I've joked to myself where it's like, all right, everyone, I'll do a face reveal at 20,000 subscribers or something like that. All right, 100,000 subscribers, I'll do a face reveal. So start spreading the channel, everyone. Well, that's it. I've used all the cards in the deck already. I can't do face reveal. You know, I have nothing to offer for when I get to like different milestones. So my channel's forever doomed to never go anywhere. So yeah, we'll see my rule. We do like 1 wood, 3 wood. Now we're going into the... We're not starting with something like that. Yeah, Banjo-Kazooie was like my first full-on Let's Play. I meant, the first Donkey Kong game I played was Donkey Kong Country 3. There's been like a lot of Rareware stuff, a lot of Donkey Kong Country stuff on my channel. It hasn't been intentional. It's just, I love those games, so just happened to lean that way, I guess. Okay. Hey, if I can, do pars, I won't complain. There we go. You like the changing map. I love the overworld map in Donkey Kong Country 3 where you can kind of just do your own thing. You can go where you want, just get in the boat, or, you upgrade the boat. Eventually you get, like, the, spoilers, the last vehicle that you get, which really lets you kind of go where you want. Did I actually just spoiler something out of Donkey Kong Country 3? Go watch my Let's Play if you haven't. But I love that. I love Donkey Kong Country 3. There's so many things it does that left an impression on me. That while, the level design can be a little lacking and such at times, but the game itself is really special, I think. Just overall, and like the package. But if you just look at like single aspects of it, yeah, it's not usually as good as the other Donkey Kong Country games. Except for the overworld map. It's great. Not into the bunker. Although honestly, anything that's not out of bounds is probably pretty good. There we go, 2 pars in a row. Dylan, have a good night. Thank you for stopping by. If hopefully the stream helps you fall asleep. This is not a stream that's gonna get you like, your mind racing before you go to bed. This is like the perfect stream for if you're just looking for a little something to watch before drifting off. This is probably pretty good. All right, so again, referring to the instruction manual, because again, it's also against the rules for me to get too into it. Oh, golf is a very quiet game. Oh, look, there's actually a map in the instruction manual that shows like how this golf course would be laid out from a bird's eye view, each of the holes. So we're on hole 3 right now. And yeah, there you go. They really put a lot of thought into this. But okay, so 4 wood at full power goes about 230. So I guess I'll try. I feel like I did this last time. There was something I was supposed to remember when we did it this time. I think I'm just not going to go like full power. That's not going to be far enough. But it's okay. It's a par 3. So it's fine. And then we go to the 9-iron because I feel like it's just like you can get pretty consistent hits with the 9-iron. Like that. And now it's just a matter of my streak of perfect golf ruined. If it touches the hole, it should go in. None of this, like, it's right beside the hole stuff. Enjoy NES Gilmore. There you go. There's probably some, like, golf professional out there screaming, that's not where you're supposed to use the 9-iron, but... Ooh, birdie try. We can get that point we lost back. Okay. Oh, it hurts. That hurts so much. 2 holes in a row I could have been in. And the ball gets stuck on, the side. So painful. We're +1 now. Uh-oh, it's gonna curve to the right. I'm so dead. Whoa, okay, so if it lands on the trees, but it rolls out of them, it doesn't count of out of bounds. That's good to know. Feeling forward here. It's better to go not far enough than it is to go too far. That's what I've learned. In all my years of... in all my minutes of playing golf, that's what I've learned. Again, birdie. Can we get birdie this time? I could be like -2. Ah! 3 holes in a row I did that now. 3. Oh. Oh. Oh, right. This is where it's all gonna go downhill anyway. I can't do this. This is impossible to like not go in the water. There you go. Game ruined anyway. Double bogey. So I think that's like +3. This is a good pace though if we're just concerned about beating that high score. You know, this is a good pace to be on. Using a Chromebook. I mean, good reason. So like, do you just name your YouTube accounts over, you know, whatever device you're on? So you have like a, you know, Samsung Galaxy YouTube account and a Windows 11 YouTube account? Or something like that? Which, I mean, hey, it works. Hey, what was the strategy for this one again? I remember we had issue with it. Yeah. So easy to go out of bounds there. Like, but what else do you do? Like, because if I go too straight, what happens? Yeah, like, obviously. You just go into the water. So, I guess this using the one wood is not the strategy you want on this map. Curve it to the right. No, curve to the left instead. Alright. Here goes the score we had built up. We had a really nice score there for about 5 minutes. Yeah, water's not your friend in golf. Alright, we're +8 now. So I remember for this one, you don't want to do like a full power swing. You gotta kind of land it in the middle there. Very nice. Just barely though. And then for this one... Okay. And then we get out ye old 9-iron. Do a thing like that. Alright, we could get a birdie. We could do birdie here. Considering my track record with these close putts, not likely. There you go. Randy78. Hello. Good evening. Hope you're ready for some extreme golfing action. Microsoft Windows. There you go. Alright, 247. We refer to the instruction manual once again. It's the 3-wood that goes about 240, so I think we should level down to that. There you go. Yeah, it wasn't likely to happen. Just because of how far we were. There you go. Par, though. Par. Not too bad. This one seems simple enough. These are the two angles that I have to choose from here, and neither of them are like at the hole. They're both kind of to different sides of it. This one, like I'm just kind of twisting my head here. It's not a great, like neither of them are great angles. Can't you just like, you know, kick the ball a little bit when the referee's not looking and get it into a better spot? I'm gonna use the 9-iron anyway because it's like my favorite thing. I mean, it is what it is. didn't go into the thing there, so I can't complain too much. Is this gonna be for par? I think, yeah. There you go. Golf clap. Okay. I think it's the 3 wood we use for this one at 220. Yeah, the 3 wood goes 240. The 4 wood goes 230, but like that's if you get full power, right? Nah, too much power, too much power. Okay, remember this for the next run through. 3 wood, but like, I mean, or maybe 4 wood full power. Maybe 4 wood full power would have been good. But anyway, we're gonna putt here. And that's gonna be like right beside the hole. There you go. But you know what? We're halfway through. +8. I'll take it. I'll take it. And golfer, they call the referee, right? I know different sports have different funny names for them, like umpire. But otherwise, it's like referee. It's like hockey referee, soccer referee, football referee. In golf, I don't know. Golf, you don't really see like referees. Everyone's kind of up to their own to, you know, do their own thing. And I've heard that. Oh, I was like, no, that can't be out of bounds. By like a pixel, it was touching the tree. Evil, evil. But what else do you do? Like, the arrow points in that direction. There's no way I can shoot it over the green right into the thing there. This is probably gonna be out of bounds again, isn't it? And that time it curved to the left. Not sure why. But yeah, in golf, they even have to, like, record their own scores on their own scorecard and hand them in at the end. And if they, like, you know, record it wrong, then they get disqualified or something. It's interesting, golf. Okay, very nice. That was better than I thought it was going to be. Let's get the old putter out. That should be, like, right beside ye old hole here. Perfect. Double bogey. Perfect. But my 7s look like 1s. I love it. I love it. Okay, so I don't think we're gonna wanna like this one. How do you even measure this? Unless you literally went up to your TV screen and like got a ruler out to figure out how far away each of these islands are. Maybe a bunch of like 9-irons. Get my old 9-iron out. I'm gonna do it. I'm crazy enough, man. I'm just gonna use the 9-iron. It didn't work, but it was worth a shot. I'm gonna use the 3 wood from here and see what we get. Oh, if I had just a little more power on it, that wouldn't have been awful. Alright, now it's 9-iron time. Let's go 9-iron. Did they port all of these to Wii Sports, right? Like, what are the comparisons you can make? Like, of course, golf has an NES game. Baseball has an NES game. God, I haven't played Wii Sports in so long. What are the other sports? There's, of course, boxing, which could kind of be like Punch-Out. Wow. I got a Wii on launch day, and I'm having trouble remembering what all the sports are. That goes to show you. There's a bowling. Bowling was in the original Wii Sports. There was no NES bowling. Well, I mean, there's the Championship Bowling, but it wasn't made by Nintendo. But okay. Here, let's do like 4 wood to the sea. Hey, that actually worked really well. Remember, 4 wood to the sea on hole 14. Should probably write that down, but that would take time. All right. If this keeps up, we're going to make that a high score. Okay, so you can't just shoot across. There's no way. Did somebody say 9 iron? It never works. It never works. But maybe this will work. Maybe this will work. Or do you think that's too far? Whoa, that was great. Alright, can we do this? That's the question, though. So remember, the arrows are showing a slope towards the top. So we're going to try and curve it in like this. Ooh, I'm debating. Where do we want the cursor at? Here, we'll say. Okay. Too much of a curve, but we got it this time. Hello, Dylan. Couldn't sleep, so you figured NES Golf might, help you, get there. But okay, thing like this probably, just barely, and then towards the hole, probably a thing like this. Oh, it's going so out of bounds. Water hazard, of course. Where's it gonna put me? Here. Is that 9 iron distance? I think it is. Ooh, just a little too high. So our score right now is 72, and that's what you want it to be when you're done the game in order to golf a game at par. But right now we're just trying to get the high score, so a score under 100 would be cool. And this one, I remember you end up in the trees like really easily, but we're still going to try it. Oh, that was pretty good. And then 3 wood. Oh! Just barely. And we can putt the rest of the way. And we can hopefully putt this guy in. Ugh. And then it went so far that I'm off of the putting green. Shoot. This is hole 18. Okay. It's 9 iron time. The ball was very clearly going over that bunker, and then it just kind of went back down into it. That was like the holes at the bottom of water levels in Mario 1 that kind of like suck you down for some reason. And there you go. We golfed the game at, is that 86 our final? 91's our final. And that means we have the title screen high score. Plus 19. 91. There you go. We did it. We're now king of NES Golf until someone turns the game off and it doesn't save because there's no battery backup. But for now, we are on top. And we've actually been streaming for exactly 1 hour at this point. So there you go. It took us 1 hour to get the top score. How much longer do you think it would take to get the score down to 72, I wonder? Because golf is, like, it's one of those games where you can have, like, a really good game going, and then, like, the last few holes you just fall apart. And that's pretty scary. You don't think golf is being like a scary game, but it certainly can be. 6 hours to golf a game at par? You never know. Hello, Aunt Owan. How are ya? Hope everyone's having a nice night. I'm sure NES Golf was not the way you expected to spend your night. Again, if you need help getting to sleep, this is probably the stream for you. We hope you're all doing well. It's just like a super laid back thing. Not meant to be too serious. Again, we can't get too serious because it's golf. Gotta keep it under control here. And I'm not getting an out of bounds on the first hole. I won't put up with that. So if we reset, the high score resets as well. So there you go. A lot of NES games, what they'll do is if there is a high score system, if you just reset the game, it won't reset that part of memory. So it will still remember the high score after you reset, but not NES Golf. Iwata really dropped the ball on that one. Your dog fell asleep. Don't you want it to, get some rest? Not, be in your hair. It's okay. We'll take bunker because we can use the sand wedge to get out of there. And now... Alright, I'm not taking bogey on the first hole. I bet every real life golfer had they wished they had a reset button. Like there's no way. It's amazing that you can do the same thing twice, and because of the RNG wind. They're perfectly straight. There you go. That's what you want to see. Now for this one, not bad, not bad. All right, on par after one hole, I can accept that. Yeah, in Canada they send out these dumb alerts sometimes where it's like, be on the lookout for a criminal in like a green van. It's like, what am I supposed to do with that information? And they'll be like, 3 cities over, right? And I don't know, maybe they help police catch people, maybe they don't. They never really follow up with it. It's just they send out this alert that causes your phone to make this really annoying sound. And then they never really tell you if it, helped with anything. Or like they don't follow up on it. But it's good for waking you up and wrecking your concentration. But alright, so let's go here. Like that, see? My concentration totally ruined. But okay, 2 holes at par, I'll take it. So for this one... It's okay. We can get out of the bunker just fine with the old sand wedge here. Now this is going to be a tough putt, but we can do it. Oh, just missed by a pixel. So we're going to be 1 over par now. We're going to have to fix that. Half past 7 in the morning in the middle of Europe. Yeah, here right now it is 1:30 a.m. But yeah, 6 hours ahead. It's weird because the UK is only like 5 hours ahead, and then east from there, like France, Germany, all that, are 6 hours ahead. I hope you have a great day, though. Thanks for checking out the stream in the morning. I figured this was gonna be like some relaxing late night golf, but yeah, if you're watching this from elsewhere in the world, hopefully it's like, good breakfast material. Hey, I landed right on top of the flag there. That should have been like an in. All right, par, still +1. Switch Sports Golf got delayed. They just released like a sports, yeah, like that sports game. You're telling me that golf wasn't even in it when it was released? Man, they don't finish anything these days before they release it. Oh, I didn't look at the wind. There you go, into the drink with that one. Yeah, the wind really messes you up, and it's all RNG when it comes to the wind, so it's not like you can consistently play this each time. You gotta account for... Wow, that didn't go in the water? Okay, I'll take it. I'll absolutely take it. But yeah, wind down and to the right. That is very tough to deal with. Is that on the putting green? Nope, not quite. Come on, that could have gone in. Look how close that was. Double bogey. I remember when I understood nothing about golf. It was this complete mystery to me. And then I was like, oh my god, it's so boring on TV. They're all so quiet and so slow. But golf is actually a fascinating game when you take some time to kind of, work through everything. And this is pretty fun. It's, basic as this is. No music. It's as simple as it gets, but I'm enjoying this, and hopefully you are too, or at the very least it's, helping you fall asleep. Like, there's no good angles for this. If it was a nice, 360 rotation and I could choose where to go, but at this rate... Okay, pretty good. Oh, it went right over the hole. It went right over the hole. Eagle. So we have not gotten an eagle tonight. Eagle means that you're like 2 below par, and that's... We'd go buy like a cake and celebrate if we get this here. Cake time! Okay. Wow, there you go. There you go. NES Open Tournament Golf is good too. Absolutely. That's like, Nintendo's follow-up to this, pretty much, later in the console's life. It's funny, it was called Mario Open Golf in Japan, and for some reason they changed it to NES Open Golf in North America. But they still left the Mario on the front. This game reminds you of Lee Carvello's putting challenge from The Simpsons. Ball in parking lot. Would you like to try again? You have selected no. But yes, it's very similar. Right, Diego? There you go. I don't know how that's not in the bunker, but okay. I think we had this exact scenario once before, and then it treated the ball like it was in the bunker. Something like that. Like, it did not go in the bunker. Amazing that I was, like, able to do the exact same screw up twice in a row. So far, we're scoring really well, though. Really well. So I think for this one, we determined 4 wood was what we wanted. Yeah, it worked very well. Alright, Dylan, you're gonna try going to bed again? Have a good one. Yeah, I guess we'll go over the void for this. Guess we might as well try. And we're out of bounds. Yeah, it's a tricky one. Like, that's not much better. You could go like way up there and try and go around, I guess. Like, I'll take the bunker. The bunker's fine because all you gotta do is get your sand wedge out, and then you're on the green. Like, yeah. Like, bunkers are nice, actually, in that regard, because sometimes your ball will land, and then it will, like, roll out of bounds, but if it hits a bunker, that's it, which is pretty nice. Oh, I knew I needed some power because those arrows are pointing that it was a downhill, or that, I was going uphill. But okay. What was that? That was like a triple bogey. Now this is a weird one. I'm not sure exactly what it wants from you here. Like if I do like a 3 wood to the sea, that worked really well actually. And then if I go north, oh shoot! Why did it go to 1 wood? Okay, maybe this will work out. No, it really didn't work out. And there's a case there where it goes into the water. But overall, our early game was pretty good. I think we've learned a lot. So our next run through will be really interesting. Oh, too much power. What? This hole was not that bad. Until the end here. Ouch. Gilmore's Revenge. Okay. So this one was like a 4 wood. No, I had a rule for this one. It was like 4 wood to the sea or something like that. But okay, it worked out. It worked out. Now this one, what strategy is good here? Like, none of these islands look any good. Like if I just do like a really hard one wood here, and then it curves. No, you're not making it right across. But now that, it's pushed us up to here. Okay. As long as you have a couple strokes to spare by this point, it's not the worst strategy. It kind of sucks, but at least it's, guaranteed to get you to where you need to go. Now, can we do this? No, not quite. Ones with rivers down the middle are always the worst. I was hoping I would at least land in the bunker. Yeah, going out of bounds is bad because it takes you all the way back to where you shot from. So remember, this one, don't put too much oomph into it. For this one. Oh, so like in remembrance of him, pretty much. Which makes sense. Because I believe Iwata had a hand in designing the Switch, but he passed away before it was launched, right? Like just before. It's really sad. It's funny, he had a big hand in the Wii U, of course, and that was kind of the flop. So obviously, they got to work on the Switch, and we're like, all right, this is going to be the comeback. And then he never really got to see what it became, and Switch is great. It's selling very well, so it's a shame that Iwata never got to see that. Amazing. This was a really good game until like a little bit ago. Like, there's no good angle for this. But yeah, if you ever wanted to see NES Golf, one of Iwata's creations, this is the stream for you. Hey, there you go. We got par for a score of 95, placing us at plus 23. Somehow, we did like way better on the early holes this time than last time, but we did worse on the later holes. So our score actually got worse by a little bit, but hey, we're still the top score there. There you go. Very smooth ball scrolling for a game of the time. Yeah, like, overall, it's great. Like, I have no complaints about this. It's basic for sure, but it plays great. If you can't complain about the controls, then that's a good sign. And overall, like, it's not like, oh, I shot over there and it didn't do exactly what I wanted it to. When I screw up, I definitely understand why it's my fault, and that's a good sign. So for something made in 1984, very good. But alright, we're going to try a few more times. I think we're going to put all the pieces together. Hopefully, golf a really good game. We've already made the top score, so the only other thing to do is, try to improve. But I will be back in just a moment. So you can enjoy this, like, scrolling through all the different holes thing that goes on here. Hello, everyone. Thank you for your patience. Hope you're all still having a great night. Hopefully, golf is making it, slightly better and more eventful. But I love the golf title. It's just like, perfectly square. It's so basic, and yet like the shadow effect that goes on there, it actually looks really good. Oh, so it wasn't the golfing gesture. It was like when he, points at you. Oh, so Christian, can you answer? Is it still in the Switch? Can you still do that Easter egg on his birthday? Because that would explain why golf isn't on Nintendo Switch Online, despite the fact that this should be online. Honestly, this is a game that's. I don't think there is like any golfing games on NES Online, so it's kind of missing in that regard. But if the Easter egg is still there, then I guess it makes some sense. But okay, let's try again. Great start, Andrew. Great start. Okay, could be worse. Like, it was removed in December. Like, why? Like, that's a cool Easter egg. Nintendo's like, no, we can't let people have access to 1984 golf for free. We must still charge for 40-year-old games, and it's not on Nintendo Switch Online anyway, so doesn't even make any sense. Nintendo, you're dumb. Well, there goes all my chances of ever being sponsored by Nintendo. I called them dumb. Any company who can't, accept some constructive feedback is silly. Oh, okay, I'm not doing bogey on the first hole. Time to get the stick out. There we go. But see, like, that is just such a neat feature. And for Nintendo to remove it is so silly. I won't give up yet. I'll try and get out of here. Alright, this one's not happening. Oof, right? Sometimes you got it, sometimes you don't. There you go. That's Koji Kondo's greatest achievement right there. Is that 3 beeping that just happened. That wind doesn't help. No, it does not. Have I noticed handles now appearing on YouTube? Yes. Over the last couple weeks, the channel pages have slowly been changing, and then now between your channel name and your subscriber count, they put this handle, and it's like, ugh. I'm not a big fan of handles and such. Anything that makes YouTube more like Twitter, I don't want. Because, YouTube's not perfect, but it doesn't need to be anything, any more like what's going on over there right now. I think I heard they did that so that it's easier to distinguish between real accounts and fake ones. Because bots have been a real problem on YouTube lately. Go to any bigger YouTuber's video, and you'll find a million accounts trying to pretend that they're them, which is really silly. So I guess by having a unique handle, it's easier to tell who's real and who's not. So that might be their logic there, I guess. Alright, now what do I do on this hole? I'm trying to remember. We're at -1, so we're on a good track right now. I'm thinking 4 wood is what we're looking for here. Whoa. Alright, can we do another birdie? That's looking pretty good. Oh, I should have accounted for the slope. Birdie gone. All gone. There you go. Good. I almost said good evening, Teal Game Master, but for you it's morning. So good morning. This is okay. So we had this discussion earlier. There was a time when it was claimed that the guy in this game was Mario, but apparently it's not. So I guess right now we're going with it's not. But it looks like him. Someone said that based on the weight is more likely to be Wario. I got a good laugh out of that. So yeah, it might be Wario's first true appearance, but we're not quite sure. All right, 9 iron time. Here we go. I think. Yeah, it's probably a good time for 9 iron. And it's uphill, so we just gotta give it some extra oomph. Oh, I didn't give it enough extra oomph to get it up the hill. There you go. Bogey, which takes us to 0 score. All right, we're even now. Just wait until YouTube give us the option to pay $8 a month for a new check mark. There you go. Oh, I'm doing well. Thank you, Teal Game Master. How are you? Everyone, go check out Teal Game Master's channel. I feel like most people, I've advertised you before. Most people watching at this late of hour probably know you. But if you haven't, Teal Game Master is one of the coolest YouTubers out there. And definitely check out his channel. You're almost at 100,000 subscribers, I see. So, you know, you could be a part of getting him over that number. Maybe by like 2040, I'll be at 100,000 subscribers at the rate I'm going. I've actually been going backwards lately, if you can believe it. It's funny, as I was getting consistently like 5 to 10 subscribers a day when I wasn't doing anything, and then I come back and I start uploading content again, and people are like, "Oh right, this guy's content sucks," and they all start unsubscribing. So it's kind of funny, but such is YouTube life. You woke up 3 minutes ago. Well, I hope that NES Golf is a good way to wake up. You can be the first to judge. Everyone else is watching it before going to bed. Well, most other people. We have had another person in Central Europe there, where it was like 6 hours ahead of you. Or 6 hours ahead of me, so 1 hour ahead of you. Okay, so the bank's down. Not quite fast enough. So there goes our 1 point advantage again. So no, don't do that. Please don't do that. No, I appreciate everyone who, I go on hiatus for a while and come back, and it means a lot that people still care and are still around when I get back. And every time I come back, I try to make my content even better to make up for the fact that, I was MIA for a while. And I appreciate that. In the last video, people were saying that they noticed the editing is getting better and stuff. I don't know how people do it. You go around and watch other people on YouTube, and it's like they're all like professional AAA video editors. It's like, how do they do it? And then you have guys like me who have been on YouTube for like 10 years, back when it was a normal thing to just turn on a camera and like sit in front of it and just yap for 20 minutes and then like not even edit it or anything and just upload that straight to YouTube. I'm stuck in the past, I guess. Look, I'm playing 1984 NES Golf. I'm stuck in the past. I'm sorry. I try to change. I really do. Tomorrow's stream will be Xbox One, Call of Duty 72 or whatever they're on now. How is that out of bounds? How was that out of bounds? Oh, we were doing great until this hole. People hire editors. You have a friend who edits for 4 massive channels. Like, that's crazy. And what do people pay to get a video edited? Isn't it like a couple $100s? How do people afford getting a video edited for a couple $100s? I mean, unless like you're already, I guess, a higher YouTuber, in which case, you know, if you make a significant amount of money per video, then obviously you would have money to pay for editors. So, you know, it's a self... Seriously? Where's the wind blowing? Oh, it's blowing down, so I needed to add more power. I always forget to look at the wind. But yeah, I mean, and that's just how, you know, all society is, right? The people with the most money have the means to invest in ways to keep making more money. Or if you don't have much money, then, you know, it's very hard to get ahead. Ugh. Hello, Skoda. It is NES Golf Night. We are so doing this. Hello. Welcome. We were having a great game until, like, the last hole, where it all fell to pieces. Now we're +5. But we're getting better. We're getting better, and hopefully we have, like, a really good thing coming up. But, okay, I gotta get the... Where are we here? 9 iron. That's what we're looking for. That was a bogey, too? Yeah, it's really weird, right, Teal? And it feels hard to compete in the market where it seems like every video you open up is like edited by Spielberg himself. I think this one we do 3 wood on this hole. Let me refer to the instruction manual again. Yeah, 3 wood gives us a distance of about 240. And we have wind assistance as well. Maybe I should have kept it 1. Yeah. Can't complain too much. At least we didn't go into the water. This game made you throw your controllers? Why? It hasn't been that bad. In fact, we've all been very impressed by the fact that despite being released in 1984, it actually plays super well. I have had no controller throwing moments. Like, I've had some dumb moments on my end, but I don't get mad when I make mistakes. I acknowledge that, like, okay, I gotta do better next time. There's dumb times when, like, the game does something stupid that's like, alright, that's not right. But, no, I haven't had any complaints tonight, really. I mean, yeah, when you were a kid. Okay, if I was like 5 still, well, even when I was 5, it blows my mind to think that I beat Star Tropics when I was 4 or 5 years old, and the only reason I'm not sure of the exact date is because I remember beating it in the room that eventually became my sister's bedroom, and she was born when I was 5. So I must, and the fact that they like it wasn't already being gotten ready for her being born makes me think I was probably like 4 years old when I beat Star Tropics. And then you watch, like, the Game Grumps, and it's like, oh my god, I can't beat this, and he's, like, 40 years old or whatever. It's like, ugh. I get they're supposed to be grumpy, but when I stopped watching the Game Grumps was when they played Battle Kid, the NES homebrew game, and Aaron was having, like, this big fit over the first boss. It's like, I get it's supposed to be funny, and it was probably mostly an act, but it's like, I don't know. If you can't beat the first boss, it's like... I mean, I don't even mean like on your first try. Like, he just kept running into the boss room, and he was just like so angry and frustrated. He wasn't even like trying. And it was like, okay. Like, where's the comedy in that? There you go, birdie, which would be great if we weren't already doing horrible. But each run we're getting a little bit better, I think, so it's good to see. No wind on this hole, very nice. There you go, perfectly straight, you'll never see it better. That's going to be way too far. It was going great until I just did that. No, I should have... Remember, it's always one iron... I'm sorry, one wood, and then 3 wood. Even that's too far. It's fine, just get 3 hole-in-ones. Well, even that won't help. You have to get, like, eagles and birdies. We actually got an eagle, an eagle earlier. That's like a tongue twister. Eagle earlier, if you can believe it. And we all had cake and ice cream. Oh yeah, this is actually like on the legit. Okay, so it's a funny thing. It's an NES cartridge being played with a 72 to 60 pin converter on an AV Famicom. So that's what it is. But it's official. It's all official Nintendo hardware except for the converter, I guess. So this is a completely illegitimate run. Not really. Whoops. Well, we're on the green now, I think. Oh. Yeah, this run was going great into the later holes. I think the thing is, golf is supposed to be a calm sport, and we got too worked up about all sorts of stuff. We got to keep our mind in the game. Okay, so it's funny, Christian, you were asking about the capture card in a previous video. The capture card I'm using for this is not very expensive. It's actually very generic. I do have the Elgato HD 60S for recording HD stuff. But the fact that you think this looks really nice, I appreciate that, considering I don't think the equipment is like, that top tier. And Water Hazard is better than the trees because Water Hazard doesn't take you right back to where you just shot from. It takes you a little bit closer. That's going to be too far, isn't it? And oh, Water Hazard again. Okay. Oh, that's the worst. What do you think the Game Genie would do for you in this game? There's probably a way to hack it so that you get hole-in-one on every hole or something. And you could have like a minus 50 score by the end. That would be hilarious. Have I ever played Star Wars NES? Yeah, it's a pretty neat platformer. I've always kind of wanted to go back and play it some more. But I'll get there eventually. Oh. It's alright, this run's dead anyway, but we're just kind of practicing at this point. It's funny because I know that in Japan they actually got a completely different Star Wars game. I've never played that one. Comes in like a really nice shiny gold cartridge. No, I don't own the Japanese version. It's not rare. It's funny, there are some Japanese games that just had gold cartridges for whatever reason. When we think gold cart here, we of course think like the Legend of Zelda games and such, but in Japan some games just had gold cartridges because why not? And I do have one of them. But like it's not a particularly rare game or anything like that. Yeah, it is top tier for its time, absolutely. I have golfed the game at par in Bondi Golf Challenge Pebble Beach, and that game had good controls too. I was quite happy with it. Oh, okay. That was my bad. A little too short there. Thank you. Thank you, Skoda. Hot Shots Golf. Yeah, there used to be a lot of entries of that, and now it's just like a non-existent series, which is really weird. Wait, do we want 1 wood or 3 wood for this one? We'll try 3 wood. Oh yeah, 1 wood would have been really far. I remember back in the day, people used to play this online golf game. What was it called? Penga? No. Pangia. Something like that. It was like an online golf game, except I think it had like Chinese spyware in it. So, you know, if you were willing to install that, then you could play this cool 3D anime-ish golf game online with your friends. Ooh, alright. Unfortunately, we're going to be 1 over on this one, but could be worse. And the last hole here. No, it's... Okay, so this is a weird one. You do 3 wood to start, and then you switch to 1 wood. So it's the opposite... Or do we go... No, I think we go this angle, right? 3 wood this way. Even that was almost out of bounds. And then 1 wood this way. Right? No, I had a formula for this one, and now we've screwed it all up. But that's it. The main thing about this game is kind of just playing it until you've got all the different, you know, things you're supposed to do on each hole figured out. And then just hoping that the wind doesn't screw you up too much, and then trying to do, like, the perfect run. And I guess that's just how golf works in real life, too. And exactly 100. We tied the high score, unless it's still my high score in there. And there you go. That's all 18 holes of golf. We'll try again, though. We're going to try again. You're so old, you actually used to have the Virtual Boy. I remember going to Toys R Us. And I played the Virtual Boy that they had on display there. And you're not supposed to play it until you're like 8 years old. And I was like, again, like 3 or 4 at the time probably. Standing on my tippy toes trying to look into the goggles because they were on this kind of, you know, it adjusted in height, the store display, but it still didn't come down far enough because I was way too young to, you know, supposed to be playing it. But still, I would kind of like stand on my tippy toes and try and shove my face into it, and it would hurt my neck so much. But it was worth it to play Virtual Boy Wario Land. I remember asking my parents if I could get one. They were like, all right, maybe when you're older. I was like, all right, so maybe like my 10th birthday I'll get a Virtual Boy. Of course it was discontinued like within a year. So I never got one for my birthday, but I did obviously eventually collect one as a retro collector. It made your head hurt so bad. Thankfully I've never had much in the way of like headaches and such with it. Probably because I don't play it for too long at the time. But the neck problems are something I'll always remember from trying to play it as like a 4-year-old kid. Alright, let's concentrate here. Oh, that always hurts. When you could get a birdie and you don't. Close to that, Christian. A little bit later. Wow, okay. Can we actually get birdie this time? So what do people think of the laid-back late-night streams? Thumbs up? Thumbs down? This is the worst thing you've ever watched? I'd be curious to know. Ooh. Well, unfortunately, there goes our -1. If we fall too far behind, I will just reset and we'll try again. I think we've played the course enough times. We know what we're doing. We just need to put the pieces together now. Yeah, thank you, Skoda. Glad to hear it. It's the worst thing you've ever watched. That's why you're still watching it. I appreciate that. No, Win, don't do that. Don't do that. Ah, okay. Let's try this again. There you go, perfectly straight. Like when it says there's no wind, or like when the wind is going down, it really means it. I appreciate that. The HUD is honest like that. It's not gonna work. And now the wind is 15 miles per hour to the down and to the right. That effing out of bounds sound. So Koji Kondo did the music for this game, but there's no music in this game. Like, so he's literally credited just for putting a few sound effects in. Like, that's crazy to me. But I guess that's, the sound that video games had back then, and it was still worth crediting someone for. Yeah, this game was made by all the classic greats. Iwata, Miyamoto, and Kondo. Oh, I didn't think that was birdie, but I'll take it. You forgot to congratulate me on my first Mario Party win last stream. Oh, not first one. On my Mario Party win last stream. Thank you. Yeah. So, in both my Mario Party streams now, I have a win. So that's my goal, to keep that going. Always try and get at least one win, and assuming that streams are always at least 3 maps, you know, I got a decent shot. I'm looking forward to streaming more Mario Party 1. I want to get more stars and coins, and I'm gonna make everyone help me do it. No, but they've been a lot of fun, the streams, and I look forward to doing more. I don't know if I'll be doing one this Friday, but we'll do more in the future for sure. Yeah, so of course the next Mario Party 1 stream will be the 3 maps of the 6 that you start with that we didn't do. So Luigi's Engine Room, Peach's Cake, you know, it is what it is. I'm not my favorite map, but we'll do it, and of course Wario's Battlefield, which I'm very curious to try out for the first time in a long time. Wario's Battle Canyon, rather. Going to stream the original Donkey Kong on Switch soon. Game's great to this day. Great game mechanics for a game that came out. Like, Nintendo knew what they were doing back then. It's not a fluke that Nintendo, you know, took off the way they did. It's because they made great games. Everything that they touched was like really good quality. And I mean, of course there was a part of like they were in the right place at the right time, but also, you know, they earned their spot. For sure. Oh, shoot. Alright. Oh, the arcade version. The NES version's great, too. Just, it's missing a level. It's awful. It's so funny to, like, you know, look at some of the NES games that we would get in the later years and then think back to how there wasn't enough room for the Pie Factory level in the original release of NES Donkey Kong. Didn't Europe get a re-release of Donkey Kong NES that included all of the levels? Or is that a ROM hack I'm thinking of? Europe got some interesting things that we didn't get. And funny enough, I have a video completely pretty much done, ready to go, and it was supposed to be released yesterday. And then I remembered that Pokemon was coming out this week, and I was like, no, Andrew, what are you doing? You need to release a Pokemon-related video the week that Pokemon comes out. So now that video will come out at a later point. But at this point, I'm really enjoying kind of like the one video a week schedule. It's really easy to, you know, it's been really nice to manage and just kind of kept things fun. And now I got that video in my pocket for when I need it. But it's problem is I make a comment in that video that's going to be really dated if I don't release it soon. Oh well. Skoda, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Really appreciate that. And I appreciate you and everyone else for watching. I couldn't do it without you, so thank you. What? That doesn't count as being on the green? There you go. You put a lot of pressure on me there, Skoda. I couldn't get a bogey or something after you did the super chat there. So thanks again. I really appreciate that. But okay, what are we doing here? Getting all choked up. I don't care if it goes in the bunker. Just not into the water. Okay. This we can deal with. This we can deal with. What angle's better, do you think? Okay. Very good. Very good. Alright, six holes down. We're -1. Thank you. It's all memorization. Or just like, taking notes. Which I haven't been. I should have my... I usually have my pad of graph paper. It is actually not that far away, but I've mentioned before that I'm literally resetting the game with a stick. Not because I'm lazy, but because my streaming setup means I have like a microphone coming across the front of me here. I get my legs up so I can sit back and relax. It's hard to get up and grab stuff, but I do, in a lot of cases, use like a pad of graph paper while I'm playing NES games. I've drawn all sorts of maps and stuff. I'm not one of those people who are like, oh my gosh, drawing maps to play a game, that's crazy. Just go on the internet. No, I love drawing my own maps, and probably share some of those with everyone someday. But back to this. Is it 9-iron time? Maybe. Oh, worked out well enough. This is a par 4 course. It's not easy, this one. Oh, just a slight curve. Oh no, don't do that. Don't do that. There goes my advantage I had. Is it like one little mistake? Now I'm +1. Alright, so wind assistance here is huge. If I get this birdie, I'll be back to 0. Alright, there you go. One more hole and we're actually halfway through. Let's go, says Skona. Oh my goodness. This is like, I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready. This can't be the run. There's no way. Oh, I thought we almost had a hole in one there for a second. Oh no! I thought I angled it up. I didn't want to angle it up too much. Boo. Alright, that leaves us at 0. Wind to the right, 5 miles per hour. Don't go into the trees. Okay, we're good. This is par 4. Come on, we can do par 3 on this. Maybe not. Okay. We're good, though. We're good. 9-iron time. This one, I think we got the 4-wood out. Which takes us nicely there. I like this game though. Like it's no, it doesn't. It cuts the crap to put it. Some games it's like, all right, you did the thing. Here's a fanfare for 20 minutes that you can't skip. This game was just like boom, 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 boom. I love it. The wind is to the upper left, which is, I guess, okay. This is a weird one. I really don't know where the best place to shoot is. Like, it feels like no matter what you do, it's so easy to go out of bounds. Like, okay. Can I go across these trees, do you think? I kind of feel like I might be... Like, I don't know. It's 4 par. I don't know. I don't like this at all. This hole's really... This is one of the toughest holes, probably. Just because there's so much black. Oh, that's not out of bounds. No way. That's probably the whole run ruin right there. That wasn't out of bounds. Come on now. Whoops. Yeah. When it rains, it pours, as they say. It doesn't even tell you what that was. It was so bad. It was like a quadruple bogey. On tilt, right? Oh boy, okay. Time to make lemonade. There you go, right, Christian? When you got lemons, make lemonade. And then when that's done, you throw the controller. No, I guess I'm proud to say I can't recall ever throwing a controller. I'm honestly trying to think really hard here. If there was ever a game that made me like that mad, but I cannot recall. Oh, just like another pixel, and it would have made it. And just for being over the tree a little bit. All right, yeah, these later courses are really kicking my butt. The first half went so well. You never threw the controller, they were too expensive? Well, it's funny because back in the day, the NES came with 2 controllers for the most part. I think there was like one bundle that didn't. So you always at least had 2. And it was the same for the Super Nintendo. Most bundles came with 2 controllers, except for like some of the cheaper ones that came with 1. And then consoles stopped doing that, and they all just started coming with 1. And then to buy replacements. So even like the N64 and GameCube controllers weren't too bad to buy an extra. I feel like it was the Wii era, the PS3 era. Controllers became as expensive as a game, and it's like, it sucked to have to pay that. And for that reason, like, I never got many PS3 controllers. It was always whenever you were playing a multiplayer PS3 game with friends, it was bring your own controller. Where prior to that, like, everyone had 4 N64 controllers for when, hey, look at that, for when friends came over, because they were generally only like 20-30 bucks and to buy. It didn't feel that bad. What? So am I on? I had this glitch before, so this is, I think, one time when it's kind of weird. As I'm on the grass now. Does it consider me on the grass or in the bunker now? Okay, so it did consider me on the grass. I gave it a little bit too much power then, on account of that. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This was a great run. And then it fell to pieces. What's the strategy here? Can you get to that little island? We're just trying stuff now because why not? With a 4W at full power, can you get to that little island? Okay, you cannot. And unfortunately it doesn't take you back to the start, so it's impossible to try that again. Now we'll just try and get to the flag. And of course the wind blows it into the water. 3 probably would have worked, right? But unfortunately you don't get a second shot at it. 3 worked really well there. But yeah, if you broke them as a kid, there was no way your parents were going to buy you another one, right? But no, as a kid, I really cherished my gaming stuff. Like, I would have nightmares of taking my Game Boy somewhere and it would get broken or something. Thankfully, it never happened, but... Yeah, it was like... The second night after I got my Game Boy Color, I had a dream where I was out playing it and it rained and broke it. So that was nightmares to me as a kid. Other people were like, oh no, the boogeyman's under my bed. And for me, it was like, oh my god, my Game Boy Color broke. Priorities, right? As long as the Game Boy, as long as the boogeyman wasn't breaking my Game Boy, I didn't really care. Oh, ever so slightly. Probably because of the wind, it was blowing down to the right, I think. Yeah, darn RNG wind. What else am I supposed to do? That's obviously really bad. And that doesn't work because of the wind, so... What does the game want from me? I guess what I should have done is you just gotta do like a little tapper thing here. That's not out of bounds. Iwata, what were you thinking? Like, so I should have done a thing like that to start with. And then I should have done a thing like that, I guess. Sometimes it doesn't pay to try and, you know, do a thing. So, how does this one work again? I used to have a rule for this one. That worked really well. And I've forgotten it. That was definitely wind assisted. But I'll take it. Wow, talk about wind assisted. I could get an eagle here almost. Oh, look at that. Okay, well, birdie at least. Oh, there you go. What's happening to Sprite bottles? Did something happen to him? If it has, I can't say I've seen. But alright. All the pieces are going to come together right now. Let's do it. Looking at my clock above the TV, I never changed it for daylight savings time. I was too busy playing Ghosts and Goblins to change it. Kind of looks like a Sprite bottle on screen right now. Okay. They're no longer green because it makes it easier to recycle. Interesting. But yeah, this is a pretty big change. I think the last game I streamed was Ghosts and Goblins. Or no, we did the Mario Party 1 stream since then. The last NES game I streamed was Ghosts and Goblins. And it's funny, I realized that Ghosts and Goblins was on the NES Mini and it's on Nintendo Switch Online, as if people really want to play Ghosts and Goblins. So if you're one of those people, you can do it right now. What do you think in terms of the angle? I hate when it's like you don't really like either of them. Like, that should be good, I guess. Wonderful. Better than Out of Bounds, though, anyway. So we might lose our -1 here, but that's how it goes, I guess. Oh, that's like the run ruined right there. That's we're not recovering from that. Shot too hard on a downhill. But yeah, considering that they took the Easter egg out of Nintendo Switch, and considering the whole point was it was supposed to honor Iwata, I don't understand how it makes sense that they haven't added this game to Nintendo Switch Online. That's a little strange, if you ask me. You can play the original Legend of Zelda in VR? Okay. Is that just like a thing now? There's a way to play NES ROMs with VR? Now that's VR I would be fascinated to try out. Overall, VR never really caught my attention too much. Someone made a mod. Okay, cool. I will look into that then. Thank you. Is that too far? That's probably way too far. It's okay. We can work with this. One of the only things in VR I'd probably really want to play is Half-Life Alyx, and then I feel like I pretty much know everything that happens in that game already anyway, which normally I avoid spoilers like the plague. But, oh my gosh. Half-Life was the one first-person shooter series I got into, other than, like, GoldenEye on the N64. Those were the two first-person shooter things I played. And, of course, you know, Doom and Quake are, like, whatever. But I've never been too into, like, mainstream first-person shooters. But Half-Life was the one I was really into. Half-Life 1, Half-Life 2, the 2 episodes. And then, of course, it's the one that, like, gets canceled. Or, like, you know, goes into stalemate for all those years. And then Half-Life Alyx comes out, but it's, like, VR. And it's like, I don't own VR and all that stuff. So, I kind of ended up finding out what happened in that. But, yeah. It's basically touring carts, basically Mario Kart in VR. There you go. Billy Groat Gruff, good evening. Hope you're having a nice night. Half-Life 2 VR mod, that'd probably be really cool. Yeah, Half-Life was a great series, and, you know, seeing what they did with Half-Life Alyx and how that's going to affect the story. Did you read Epistle 3? You know, the quote-unquote story that was going to be used in Half-Life 2 Episode 3? Sounds like it would have been really cool. I still don't get why they didn't make it. Ugh. Okay, the wind is blowing right, which I don't really like all that much. It's probably going to send me into the trees or the water. This is a par 5 hole. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, I guess. Still don't like that angle. Usually I like to get a birdie on that one, but I guess I'll take par. I think we're getting better at this game, though. It's just, oh, these darn ones when there's water everywhere. These are the worst. 14 miles per hour to the northwest. Let me see here. Yeah, Virtual Boy, it's not virtual reality. So few Virtual Boy games actually try to... You know, the point of virtual reality is that it's supposed to feel like you're the one in the world doing the thing, where it's not how it feels when you're playing Virtual Boy Wario Land. You're literally just looking at him doing the stuff. There are some games like Teleroboxer which kind of try to, you know, make you feel like you're the one doing the punching and getting punched back in the face, but otherwise... You know, you get games like Vertical Force which have like a 3D effect, but it's certainly not virtual reality in any way. Oh, wow. Okay. Unfortunately, it's probably not going to be a birdie, but... this is an awkward one. So far, we've been golfing at par. Would like to get some birdies and stuff, but I guess it is what it is. Whoa. Thankfully, that doesn't count for anything, I don't think. Thank goodness. Now, this is a weird one. What do I do with this? Yeah, that's an awful angle. These are both awful angles. Ooh. All right, unless we can get a hole in, it in from here. Unfortunately. Yeah, it's not gonna be par this time. That was double bogey? Oh, I thought that was only single bogey. That was really bad. Mr. Jami, hello. Hope you're having a nice night. Thanks everyone for dropping by. What time is it? Again, my clock is wrong. Oh god, it's almost 3 a.m. I'm playing NES Golf and it's almost 3 a.m. Crazy. Oh. Yeah, this run's not happening. Too hard. I feel like Homer Simpson when he was doing his work with with the broom, just whacking the computer with it. That's how I'm resetting the NES right now. Yes, dear. Hello. How are ya? How low of a score do I want? To golf the game at par, you need to get 72. And as you see, it's plus minus 0 right now. That's how you want to end the game, pretty much. How do I sound like Pat the NES Punk? I've heard that before. I don't hear it, but your voice always sounds different to you than it does to everyone else, right? Do I sound like Pat the NES Punk? Is that true? And is that a compliment or an insult? That's what I want to know. All right, birdie, that's what we want. But yeah, I've received comments saying before that I sound like Pat the NES Punk, and I don't know how to feel about that, so any comments would be appreciated. That's a perfect hit. Let's see here. Oh, yes, dear, you just subscribed. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. How did you find this video? Like, if this is the first thing you've watched of mine, you think I sound like Pat the NES Punk, and then you subscribe? How did you even find this? But I appreciate you sticking around. Thank you. Hope you enjoy this and all the other stuff that I get up to. Yeah, it's a bunker just for you. Don't worry, we'll get out of it. Oh, no, darn, not even into the green? It looked like it should have been. YouTube recommended Minecraft 2.0 King. Wow. Wow, that's amazing. Well, thank you so much for choosing to click that recommendation and check it out. Hope you enjoy the stream. Also, check out my other content. You might find some things you enjoy. I just did a video on Pokemon ROM hacks, which was absolutely hilarious. I also appreciate that, you got recommended NES Golf and people were interested enough that they clicked it. I find that fascinating. Oh, it could have so easily been in. But yes, if you have just found this stream as a result of recommendations and such, yeah, thank you so much for clicking it. Feel free to check out the rest of my content, and we stream all sorts of different games. We've done Mario Party streams where people in the chat get to join in. So if that sounds interesting, please don't forget to subscribe. Wow, all these close shots that feel like they should go in. I'll take a birdie. Sonic Wang just subscribed? Well, thank you. It's interesting. Sometimes I have it set up where if people subscribe, the notification's supposed to come up on the screen. I'm wondering, some people don't make their subscriptions public. So perhaps that's why it doesn't happen sometimes. But thank you for subscribing. This is when Andrew blows up. Hole 5? I normally get farther than hole 5. Oh, there's a delayed one. Who subscribed? Should pop up on screen any second here. Oh, Sonic Wang. There you go. Thank you. Jesse J, you have not played NES Golf in years, and we've been discussing it's not even available on Nintendo Switch Online, it doesn't look like, which is very bizarre. It'd be fun to play this multiplayer with friends. We've been doing a lot of online Nintendo Switch Online multiplayer on this channel lately. And I'd love to play more NES games online. Of course, we've been focusing on N64 lately, with the Mario Party games and such just coming out. But yeah, it's weird that this isn't on there, because there was once an Easter egg in the Nintendo Switch where you could play golf on Iwata's birthday, but they took it out and replaced it with nothing, so good job, Nintendo. Skoda, you think I do sort of sound like Pat the NES punk? Again, is that a good thing or a bad thing? Please help me out with that one as I'm trying to figure out how I should take that comment. No, this is going to be a tough one to get. I don't think I can do this one. No way. Oh, I need more oomph. Alright, well there goes our -1. But overall... Okay, 6 holes in. You had to look up who Pat the NES punk was. He also does NES stuff. Does he actually play NES games anymore, or does he just, talk about games? I find there are so many people who, talk about games, but you always wonder, do they actually play games, or do they just make content about games? Like, they can talk the talk, but can they walk the walk? You know, does anyone else wonder that sometimes when you're watching a YouTuber? Maybe it's just me. This is a really tough hole to do in just 4 strokes. Like, look at that little space you have to land on. It's either give me the water or the trees, and neither of them are great. You think a 9-iron right now? No, maybe not. Whoa, but still, I think that's like already my 3rd stroke. This is next to impossible. You have to come in here with a -1 pretty much. Was that too far? It was too. Whoa! Okay. Retro Nipple Gaming, welcome. Fascinating name you have there. I would love to hear the story behind it, but maybe we don't want to know. Perhaps we don't want to know. But thank you so much for checking it out. Good luck, dude, says Billy Goat Gruff. Thank you. And have a good night. Really appreciate you checking out the stream. Have a good one as well. Okay. Whoa, okay. See, this is a par 5, and by going through this gap in the trees, you really kind of save some shots, which is good. We could get an eagle if we got really lucky here. But that's a big if. Okay. It looks like it should be right on the hole. We're gonna get birdie, though. Melatonin chloroform. Where do people get these YouTube names? I love it, but I also have a lot of questions. I have so many questions. Oh, that's great. Okay, this one, let me get the instruction manual here. I had a strategy for this one, but that was a long time ago. 247 yards, a full 3 wood, gives you a 240 yard shot. I think I've done 4 and 3 for this one, but we're also, it's going to be wind assisted a little bit. We'll do 4 here just to be safe. Nah, 3 might have been better. It's okay. It's a par 3. What? That was weird. So that counted as a shot? I'm not entirely sure what happened there. I guess I got bogey for some reason. They're the best. We're up to like 9 or 8 viewers now. Yeah, suddenly YouTube must have decided there is nothing else happening at 3 a.m. on YouTube. We're going to recommend this random guy's golf stream to everyone. And again, the fact that people are actually checking it out means a lot, so thank you. I hope that you enjoy. Oh, wow, that's not out of bounds? Crazy. Alright, we can actually, yeah, get rid of that +1 here. Wow. That's terrible. That's terrible. That was cheap. Okay. So many people... What? I always thought I used... Oh, there's a downdraft of 15 miles per hour. I always forget to look at the wind. Because I go in thinking, alright, this is what I always do for this hole. But nope, the wind. You gotta look at it. Darn it, Christian. You jinxed it when you said I was gonna start screwing up. Oh my god, the names of you people. Where did this get recommended somewhere or something? That would better off not be discussed. This is what I get for streaming so late. This is what I get. If I had streamed at 3 p.m., this wouldn't have happened. Instead, I've got all the weird usernames. Oh, Christian, you had a comment. Oh, this is when I interpreted it wrong. You said this is when Andrew blows up. I thought you meant that my game was going to go down the gutter. I understand now. That was my misinterpretation. Thank you. Thanks for helping me notice that. Yeah, I realize that's what you meant now. That was my misinterpretation. But to everyone who has found my channel somewhere, I don't know where it was recommended, why YouTube is pushing it, but thanks for checking it out. I appreciate it. And if you want more random gaming randomness, it was supposed to be retro gaming randomness, but if you want more of that, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button, because we play a lot of different things on here, including online Mario Party and all that, which is a lot of fun. And that's it. We're down to 3 viewers. I scared everyone away by saying that we play online Mario Party. No one wants to play Mario Party with me. Alright, now, what angle do you want for this? This isn't going to happen. Wind is up to the right 9 miles per hour. Oh, just a little short. Yeah, these last couple holes have had some tough spots. Overall, this game is going to probably be really good, but just not perfect enough. What do we want to do here? Like this? Kind of just like a really nice putt? There we go. So close. Thank you, Christian. I think we're good for that one. Yeah, so we've talked about this island before, but it just seems like it's not worth it, especially with wind going to be messing things up. I can't imagine the island makes much sense. This is just such an awkward map. It all feels like it's not in a good spot. We've established it's probably Wario because of how he looks, but apparently it's not Mario either. It's like Osan or something. But at one time I think it was claimed that it was Mario, so it's really up for debate. Wow, okay. Oh, can't get that lucky twice, I guess. Does that count as a swing? I press the... Because what I do in this situation is I press the A button so fast. I guess it does because I don't press it in the pink area in time. I'm just trying to do like a little shot, but I don't press A twice in succession fast enough, and it counts as a miss or something. It's weird. Oh, so close. Here's another one with a river going through the middle. But see, Christian, I know it's not what you meant, but you can see why I thought it's what you meant. That's, as I mentioned, there always comes that point where it's like, you just fall apart. No, should have angled up a little more. Ooh, close. Wind is 14 miles per hour to the southwest, so just smack that thing as hard as you can. Well, I take it back. Too hard. See, the one time I try to account for the wind and it bites me. Really? Still, though, we can have a decent game if we get this here. 15 miles per hour down. I say as... Oh, that doesn't count as being in the trees. This game is inconsistent at times, I guess. Just barely. Wow, that's a nice shot. Wow, beautiful. Still, that's our best score. 89. 17 over par, but you know, we had such a good first half. I think after like 10 holes we were even. And the last ones just killed me. It 100% is Mario, but it's set in the future after Peach told him he was okay. Okay. Oh my goodness. It's after 3 a.m. I guess you don't question what goes down after 3 a.m. But the people who are actually clicking on this stream and it's being recommended to you, thank you. If you go back and look through some of my past streams, you'll see we played Ghosts and Goblins on NES. We beat Ghostbusters on NES without a rapid fire controller. I actually mashed the A button up those stairs and beat Ghostbusters legit. It was an epic night. So if you're just someone who's come across my channel absolutely randomly, I appreciate you clicking on the video. And you know, hope that you check out some of the other content as well, because I've played more exciting games than NES Golf, as riveting as this is. So yeah, thank you all so much. So yeah, don't be shy to check out some of the other stuff, and also subscribe if you want more stuff, because we stream a lot, especially when it comes to things like online games or Mario Party. People can join in. That's an accomplishment. Yeah, that is... I just took my like university degree down, threw it in the trash, and put up, I beat Ghostbusters. That's the important thing. This might be our last try. Uh, there comes a point where, it's probably going to be diminishing returns this late at night, right? Golf's the kind of thing where I doubt Tiger Woods at 3 a.m. practices too much golf. It's probably better to go into this with like a fresh mind, fresh set of thumbs. But we'll see how this one last run goes. And that was a demo, so we're going to reset that. Yeah, so we'll say this. If I get past hole 4, whatever happens at that point. So, yeah, thank you so much, Christian, for sticking around the whole time, moderating and such. I really appreciate that. Skoda, of course, it's been great chatting. And just everyone who's joined in and, especially if you've put a message in the chat, really appreciate that. But yeah, see, that's what I mean about it by getting late. But I think we've made a lot of progress tonight. We've learned a lot about golf. We've learned a lot about ourselves. And what more can you ask for, right? Sonic Wang, thank you. If you liked it, if anyone who liked it, I appreciate that. Obviously, something caused the algorithm to grab it. Oh, that just makes you want to cry. That just makes you want to cry. Was that the name of ransomware? Want to cry. Remember when ransomware was a thing? Does anybody talk about ransomware anymore? I'm guessing some people still get hit by it, but I haven't heard of any like big ransomware attacks lately. Definitely still a thing? Oh, that's awful. Man, the worst thing that, malware and stuff used to do was give you extra toolbars that you didn't need. Now it's even more evil than ever. That's okay. Bunker's fine. So that counts as a shot, huh? Alright, come on. Let's get serious. Last run of the night. Here we go. You've always wanted to start a Hall of Fame for gaming. Your first pick would be Rare. So, like, Rare, the company? Like, you would be picking the best gaming companies? That's not out of bounds. I call shenanigans on that. Alright. 3 more tries. 3 more. Or as I said, if I get by hole 4, that'll be it. Rare was epic, huh? It's so sad. Like, all the companies from our childhood, Rareware, even Capcom and Konami, names that you like always figured were the best games to be coming out, and now it's like, where are they? Oh. Activision's like one of the only, obviously Capcom and Konami still exist, but Activision's another one that's still around. And a lot of these companies have kind of eaten up other companies. So, a lot of the Smaller ones don't really exist anymore, which is sad. Hudson Soft's not really around anymore. Taito. Yeah, Taito's still around. They have arcades in Japan. But okay. That's okay. What? Oh, close enough, I guess. Yeah, Rare was amazing. They did make games though that people don't really talk about as much, like Jet Force Gemini, and so it's not like everything they touched was gold, but a lot of their stuff was. I've beaten Star Fox Adventures, which I thought was pretty fun. But, that's not a game people talk too much about. I guess, people debate by the time the GameCube was coming out. Was Star Fox Adventures the last console Rareware game that came out? I think it was, too. It's funny, is they were working on... It was supposed to be Dinosaur Planet, and then Miyamoto was like, turn that into a Star Fox game, and then they did. Which is kind of unfortunate, but I didn't mind it. A lot of people really don't like it too much. But yeah, Bond is a huge one, right? I can't wait for GoldenEye to come out on Switch. They made it sound like it wasn't going to be that long. GSB just subscribed. Thank you. Really appreciate that. We do lots of streaming here and lots of different gaming content. It's not all NES Golf. If enough people want, I can turn this into the all NES Golf channel. But something tells me, you know what? There you go. I made a poll. Should this become the all NES Golf channel? Yes or no? Make your selection now. All right, looks like we got 4 votes so far. 75% say yes. Imagine all the ROM hacks. Oh my gosh, right? There's probably some... I wonder what kind of ROM hacks NES Golf can have. Well, I guess if this keeps up, tomorrow the game display will be no more. It'll be the golf display. I don't even have to change the abbreviation. It's still the same letter. Vadar screaming, no! I referenced that in my latest video, actually. Alright then. Looks like we're changing the title of the channel. What do we got here? Ooh, this is going to be a tough one. Oh, it hurts so much. Oh, we got another vote. 80% say yes now. Wow, people really like NES Golf. Who would have known? I think this is like more popular than all the other games I've streamed recently. too. People clicking on it and such. I appreciate that, you know. People are having fun. Hopefully this is, you know, making your night more exciting, or if it's the morning for you, it's something fun to watch while you're eating your Cheerios. And there goes the run. Maybe we shouldn't listen to 3 o'clock people. That's right, you know. Any poll made between the times of 3 a.m. to 6 a.m. aren't official. +3 after all that? That's awful. Oh, that's probably too far, isn't it? Actually not too bad. Mr. Jami in New Zealand, 9:30 p.m. almost. There you go. Aren't time zones weird? It's like you always got to consider what time it is in different places. Do you have daylight savings in New Zealand, Mr. Jami? Did you just have to change your clocks a couple weeks ago? It's always fascinating to me which places still have it and which ones don't. What? Did I only do 3 Pokemon games in my video? Yes. If you're wondering about that, because there was 4 in the initial picture, I was originally planning on doing 4, but one of them didn't feel like working in my Game Boy player, so I wasn't able to get footage of it, even though it works perfectly fine in my Game Boy Advance SP. It wasn't working in the Game Boy player. So I was originally just going to look at the box, because the instruction manual was a little bit funny, but then it seemed like it kind of dragged. There was a lot of space where there wasn't any gameplay. It was just me talking a lot. And I figured no one wants to hear that. So what I actually did, and this is like a complete thing. I know people don't like talking about this certain website. But what I actually ended up doing was I uploaded the shiny gold part that I thought, it's so-so. I uploaded it as a deleted scene to Patreon. So if you want to view it, it's on there. Oh, is the wind bad? No, there's not even any wind. So why was that so awful? I think this will probably be the last hole that we do. Oh, I wasn't even looking where the ball was. For some reason, I thought it went back to the start. Mamma mia. "46 likes on stream." Well, thank you everyone who's given it a like. I cannot believe so many people are enjoying NES Golf, but I appreciate it. And one more little tap to get it in. And I think that's where we're going to stop. That's the first 9 holes of the course. If we're already +9, the last 9 aren't going to be any better. But that was a lot of fun. Again, we've learned a lot about NES Golf tonight. I feel like, you know, a nice sleep, some food. Perfect game's probably not far away, but I don't think we're going to keep pushing it tonight, because it's one of those situations where the more tired you get, you're not going to be playing any better. But checking out the poll, 11 votes say this should become the all NES Golf channel, so we'll see, you know? You might just wake up tomorrow, come to check out the channel, and wonder where the game display's gone. It's now the golf display. And you'll regret ever having voted in that poll. But what is done is done. Excellent then. But with that, let's see, what kind of funky things can we do? We can shoot backwards, right? Like, why? Why would you ever shoot backwards? Let's find a glitch that's never been discovered in NES Golf before. Code injection into NES Golf. Shiny Moltres 73, hello, and all these people who just subscribed hoping I would do, you know, other kinds of content are now have now just heard about the channel name change. But thank you all so much for everyone who's watched and, you know, found the stream just for a recommendation and decided to give it a chance. I hope you weren't disappointed. You know, it's NES Golf. I'm not sure what expectations you had coming in, but I hope that they were met. And if you enjoyed the stream, again, look through my content, look through other streams I've done. You'll see that we play a lot more than just golf. Don't worry, I'm not changing the title, the channel name. Yeah, hopefully you enjoy more of my content in the future, both streams and videos. But with that, thanks everyone for hanging around. It's just been over 3 hours now. I hope you all have a great night. So, see you later, everyone. Shiny Moltres, you've been lurking in the streams for a few nights. Well, I appreciate you checking out the streams. Thank you. Bye, everyone.